What's going on, everyone? It's Thomas from the Real Talk Podcast. We've had such a crazy year and amazing guests on, and this week we figured we'd go back a little and touch on some of our favorite moments from this year. Enjoy. Remember I went to like a backyard wrestling, like fake WWE thing, and I was just a fan of wrestling at the time.
Yeah.
And so someone like ripped off a piece of the guy's shirt and threw it in the
You
crowd.
caught it?
Yeah, and it was like sweating. My dad's like, "What the fuck are you taking?"
He's like, why do you want this?
he was like, "You don't even know this guy." I was like, "I'm gonna cherish this forever." I must have held on to it.
Showed his backpack.
Shooting sleeves of players.
Till
like,
this day, is my
drenched.
favorite underground wrestler.
When I was out there, I was like, I gotta like vow to myself, I'm gonna go mad hard. And I remember when I got my car, it was like a day after being there. I remember sitting in the driver's seat of the same car I have outside right now and just being like, yo, I'm sitting in my car that I used to drive to high school. I'm in California, and in 2 days, I'm about to drive this thing to Top Chef to like go chase my dreams. And I remember that's what made me realize like there's no turning back. Like this is what I'm gonna
Dude.
That was like the I'm married to the game moment.
The whole essence, right, of what Athletic Freak stands for is it's not what you do, it's how you do it. Therefore, whether you're doing it at the highest stage at a professional level, or you're doing it as a hobby, or you're doing it to transform and improve your life, whatever it might be, whether you're a triathlete or a bodybuilder or a CrossFitter or a ballerina or a yogi, what matters is that passion and that love and that energy, that positivity that you do it with.
Once you start to reach a certain amount of income, you can't drop that low.
There's no turning
There's
back.
no turning back. So for me, I have to be careful that I still have to nurture the salon guy, because once I go in on something, I'm so passionate and I go overboard.
Laser focus.
Like I go so in. Even my friends are like, dude, like anytime you do something, you're like an animal over this stuff, bro. You're like obsessed with it. That's how I am. I probably could have saved myself a lot of money by not being that way. But at the same time, it's like you live once, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
and I feel like once you have that mentality, you're so much more free.
Yeah.
It's just like whatever happens, happens. I'm gonna treat myself. I'm gonna treat myself, but I'm also gonna work hard.
We did it in
Windows Movie Maker?
yeah, like the OG, the OG.
This dude's been at it for a while.
Dude, it's so funny. And he even we ended up posting it, but nothing was really going through my mind with it because I had no expectations because it was just another person posting a video on YouTube again, you know? So I didn't really think much of it. But there was a point in time later in the summer, it was August. Posted it in July, and then in August, I was like really close to deleting it because I was like, yo, this is like no views at all. And why am I putting myself out there for
How many
no
views
one?
was it at when you had checked in on it?
Maybe 200. Like there was nothing on the video because and for mad long, from July until November,
Oh wow.
and then out of nowhere it just slowly kept growing.
Yeah, I could thank this man right here. He had Shots by TP before I had Top Dog Training, and I want to say thank you for getting me started with this social media, because I try to separate Dante Strickland from Top Dog Training, if that makes sense. So I have my other personal account that I'm verified, and people are like, "Oh my God, like, why aren't you posting stuff on there?" And I'm like, I could, but that's my other identity. This is Top Dog Training. I want to be the business side, entrepreneur side. I don't want you guys to mix.
And that took time to build as well. You're just your name. Like
Exactly.
you weren't always verified.
Exactly.
So Top Dog Training's at the ground level.
Exactly.
It's gonna work its way
So
up.
from there, when I started, I reached out to him like, okay, like, what do I do? How do I get stories? How do I get posts? What's the best time to post and get the most feedback or likes or whatever? So he really got me started on that standpoint. And it was just like, your business is not going to grow unless nobody knows about it. So Instagram and Twitter and Snapchat was probably the best way to reach out to people, especially during COVID too.
Consistency is
Yeah.
like big. Like that's what I can't always be there to film everything. So like I told Dante, like
Do it yourself.
It doesn't matter what you're filming it on, what you're doing. Just get the content out there.
Yeah.
Just consistency.
And
Consistency.
I used to videotape it and send it to him. Like, he's like, yo, bro, like, I could edit this, but it's like, you're gonna have to start doing it on your own. I was just like, no, but like, you're professional at this. And I'm like, it looks way better when you do it than me. And
Are most of your views coming and interactions coming from overseas, like Southeast Asia?
No, now they're in America.
Oh, really?
I focus more on my content there. Like a lot of other influencers, I feel like they blow up in America and then they branch out. I did the opposite. I blew up all around and then I branched out to US.
How was that feeling for you when you first started? Like you were like, oh, I'm not getting too much attention here, but out, the rest of the world.
Even like up until this year, my life did not change. I didn't meet people in real life. Like I didn't go to parties. Like everything was normal. Like I was blowing up. I was on magazine covers or this or that. But I was still in my room. I was still like my lifestyle never changed.
Yeah.
Do you ever deal with like negative comments like on your stuff?
Of course, I love it. At
I
the
love
end of the
it.
day, it's because as you always see those memes and comments, right? Like they're paying my bills. They are paying my bills, right?
Yeah.
Compared to engagement for like 5 comments of like good comments and I delete your bad comments. No, I can have 8 comments and 2 of them you're calling me fat, right? At the end of the day, your comment is a comment. I'm gonna leave it there. My supporters are like amazing and they'll fight for it too. They'll be like, you suck. And also they always don't have a profile picture and they're like some like scary little person sitting in a corner and like they came from their 9 to 5 like just hating on other people, right? So I'm like, I'm living good. This is all I can ask for.
Yeah, it's tough nowadays. Like you said, like from talking to you, it seems like you're made for it. Because as soon as we bring up the hate, you're like, I love it.
Yeah.
Like,
Someone bullied us into getting a new chair.
Yeah,
Someone,
we got a new chair.
oh, there you go. Sometimes it works for you.
Yeah,
Right.
sometimes it works.
Sometimes it works. Sometimes we can.
It hurt us though.
Yeah, it hurt us. They're like, shit, we need a new chair. Favorite cereal?
Favorite cereal? Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Light. Oh, no.
I'm gonna crush the light.
They make a light
It
version?
was just,
No. Like, that was a light work answer. But
oh,
but then it wasn't.
I was like, what? Diet?
Favorite music artist?
Oh my God, that's hard. But at the same time, I say Beyonce.
The first card that you opened, that your eyes opened up wide because you knew you struck gold.
Oh, when I was younger, I bought a bunch of loose packs at a garage sale, and this is like LeBron, Bosch, and Wade era when they teamed up. It was like super team. I pulled the triple rookie of them from a pack that I paid like $5 or $10 for. That was worth like 150 at the time. So that was dope because I was only like 13, 14 maybe.
Favorite DJ to do a wedding with?
Oh, wow. Okay, no disrespect to anybody. I love everybody. I've probably worked with Posh the most, so Posh.
If you had to have your song go in any other video game, what would it be?
FIFA.
Ooh.
Yeah, I grew up playing soccer too.
Best dish.
You guys are really good at this. I like making pasta puttanesca.
Ooh, what is that?
Yeah.
So it's are we able to understand? Okay.
Explain, yeah.
So it's spicy red sauce with olives, anchovies, garlic, and onion. I love it. It's simple pasta, but delicious, and it's a great Italian dish. Like it's straight out of Italy.
It allows me to just be focused on each one instead of like, all right, last time I did this, let me do this time.
You probably help each other out. You're probably
Yeah,
just
I
like
mean,
a good balance.
after the first 5 episodes, it was like, okay,
10 maybe.
You get into the groove.
but it's there might have been those times where we both looked at each other.
Like, what do we say next?
Yeah.
Exactly.
But it was just learning, like, okay, like you can have the whole setup, you can want to do the podcast, you can have things that you want to talk about, but once you hit record and the person's here in front of you, there's like an obligation to have something in your pocket, like information wise.
And it's so unscripted.
Yeah, it definitely helps. There's no like negative to it.
Yeah, like
It
you
just-
work on your speaking, you build relationships, like you
Yeah.
get content, you know what I mean? It's just
exactly.
It's all around a great thing.
100%.